Florida schools are starting to reopen next week with students returning to classes. And across the state, school districts are beginning to defy Governor Ron DeSantis' executive order saying that you cannot have a mask mandate in place, and schools, if you put one in place, I'm going to strip you of your funding. Now, previously, we had reported on two school districts, one in Orange County and one in Broward County, that had put mask mandates in place. Following DeSantis' executive order banning these mask mandates, Broward County said, okay, hey, we're not putting a mask mandate in place. Sorry, kids, you're going to school without masks. But then something amazing happened. After the order came out and after the threats came out of defunding, more and more school districts in more and more counties across the state said, you know what, Ronnie? We're putting a mask mandate in place. Alachua County, which includes state capital of Tallahassee, not Alachua, excuse me, that's Leon County, put a mask mandate in place. Alachua County, more and more are currently taking up the issue. It's being debated by school boards ahead of next week's school starts. In fact, the school district that I live in right now, they're actually having a meeting today to determine whether or not are we going to defy the governor's order or are we not. But the fact that they're even talking about it, especially in a deep red Republican-controlled district like the one I am in, the fact that they're even considering it shows that they are not afraid, to a degree, of Ron DeSantis and his threats. And here's why. You have teachers, school districts, school boards, principals, administration, begging the state to do something about this. Not just because they want to protect their children, but because as a couple principals have explained, their staffs are dying. Literally losing our workforce is the way one administrator put it. Either because they're dying from COVID, they're currently hospitalized with COVID, or they've tested positive for COVID. One school, I think, had as many as 13 teachers test positive, so they can't even be there for pre-planning and the start of school. There's a shortage now. We're running out of people. These administrators are telling the governor, and you're threatening to strip us of our funding if we try to not just protect the students, but protect the kids. I do have to tell this little personal anecdote here because I obviously have school-age children. Yesterday, Thursday, was the meet and greet. You take the kids in, they drop off their supplies, you meet the teachers, see what the classes are whatever. For my youngest son's class, there were 4 people there wearing masks. One of them was me and one of them was my son. There was another mother and her son also wearing a mask. Throughout the hallways, I saw 3 teachers wearing masks out of the staff. And I'm vaccinated. My son is not even old enough to get vaccinated, so he's going to wear a mask. And he's fine with wearing a mask. He likes it. He likes to, change out masks every day so everybody gets to see these new and cool masks that he has. It's a statement for them. But the same thing with my daughter when I took her to her class. One of her teachers was wearing a mask, which was great. But none of the other parents or kids were. All throughout the halls. Nobody wearing masks. And this is the reality that we are sending our children back to next week. People who simply don't care. People who think, oh, no, it'll be fine. We're about to see a bigger boom in the state of Florida of new COVID cases, especially amongst children, than what we've already witnessed. And by the way, for the record, just so everybody understands how bad it is here, not just for the adults, but for the kids, because we've talked about how bad it is for the adults. The last week of July, more than 10,000 children in the state of Florida tested positive for COVID. We also had a record number of children going to the hospital and ICUs for COVID infections. And if you think that's bad, give it a couple weeks, because once these schools start back and they don't have the mask mandates in place, everything is about to explode with COVID here in the state of Florida. Protect your kids if you live here, wherever you live. Protect your kids, protect yourselves. It's not that hard. But for the sake of everyone you care about, for the love of God, do something as simple, at least, as putting on a mask.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for fresh content 7 days a week.